Oh my God, it's so hot in London today. It's actually like making me sweat. I was supposed to wear a jumper for this video and I was like, not going to happen. And now I'm even just sweating right now. Oh my God. Is it just too hot to be filming right now? Am I just going to be like sweating? I'm going to have to keep wiping my face. So if you see it go red, you know why, because I keep wiping it because it's just too hot. So I've been struggling a lot with humans lately. It's not even funny anymore. I walk the streets and I'm like, why am I human? I don't like them. I'm not doing very well. And I like the baby ones, and obviously I like the kind ones, but there's just so many that are not those things. I feel like I should just share what I believe is kindness based on the fact that some people trust me on that subject. And I'm just going to try to like share some knowledge and just like tick it off, because like, I swear we're not doing a really good job at being humans. Because why am I here trying to be not a human? I should be proud of being a human, and I'm not. Like, we're so like against each other and we do some bad things, and we like energetically we attack each other as we're walking, because obviously we're all in a bad mood all the time. But the truth is that we're all just like super very stressed. I think that's the only thing that I can boil it down to, is that we're all stressed and we act in these like bad ways when we're under pressure. At least that's what I do. When I'm in a good place, I treat people nicely, and when I'm having a bad time or I'm stressed out, then little things get on my nerves, and then I just feel like irritated at people, and we act in those irritations. But obviously I think because the world is just created the way it is and we're just all under stress, even from like us having to all travel at the same time, we shouldn't have to do that and be packed in the train. So obviously my brain lives in like in another dimension, because I always picture like a new world. So I don't live in this world that we currently live in. Not in my head, not in my future plans, not in anything. And so then I can't help but always feel like we're not leading this world in the right way. That's why we're doing these things. And if we were leading it in the right way, we wouldn't be doing these things. And then on top of that, like, where is the manual? We've got to put a manual together. And I was thinking about it at work today because of the last video that I did of like how a manual would look like, literally like step by step of what everything is. So like what I'm talking about, when somebody's stressed out, they start snapping. And then when they start snapping, and you have to have people who know what they're talking about to write these like lessons, people who have observed and they have gone through it and they understand it. Like, oh, and when I say things like I'm being mean, but it doesn't mean that it's the truth, and it's certainly not the truth inside of you if I'm being mean. It's just what I'm bringing out the worst in me, and there's explanations for everything, and we're not giving light to any of that. So we're just lost with no manual to life, and we're just walking around just living life while people are like, it's crazy. I was doing some accounting today and I saw like how much some people earn in my workplace, and they're like on like £100,000 a year, and I'm like, whoa, is that what you're taking home? Yeah, obviously you're not taking that home, because the government will take half of that. And that's the other thing, the government will take half of that. Says who? Why do you say that I can't bring my bike on the train? Why do you say that I can't ride my scooter on the road? Why do you tell me all these things that are not helpful towards me? And so then of course here we are, we're just like being angry at each other because we are projecting everything onto other people of how we feel, of how that person's doing it. But really what's responsible is just the people who are setting the rules, are the people who are responsible for how we're all living right now and how we're all treating each other. And we're not having any type of influence on how to treat each other good. And we do the opposite. Look what's happening in America right now, where they're just kicking people out for not having the right passport. It's like nonsense. And they're just making up laws that I don't agree with, and I'm here forced to live it. So of course that like we're getting treated like slaves, therefore we're going to project that onto everybody that comes across us that might not be kind or nice or warm or familiar. So we're here projecting like things when really at the top we're not having a good example, and we're not having a good model to control the world. It's the opposite. Nobody has freedom, everybody needs money, nobody has money, access is bad, and the wealth and the poor is like a massive gap from billions to just 25,000 a year if you're lucky. Some countries have way less than that. Anyways, where's the positive in all of this, please? You've said a lot of bad things, Nayna. Where are we going with this? Where we're going with this is that there must be an answer. There must be a healing. And the healing, I think, starts with loving yourself. Love yourself. Because then when you love yourself, you become wiser, and you start to like see that like, oh, if I want to be treated nicely, then I have to respect that for other people too. Because when somebody treats me bad and I'm self-loving myself, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I don't deserve that because I'm having a self-love day here. How dare you? So then if I then create that for another person, then I can say, oh, wait, I'm just as bad as them. And I don't want to be as bad as them because I love myself and I want them to just leave me alone. So actually from now on, I'm going to leave everybody alone. So then you start to really have a life lesson when you love yourself, that to respect other people. And this becomes like this wiseness born from self-love. And self-love is when you really care about yourself and you believe and truly believe that you deserve all the good things and that you are all the good things and that you have all this potential and that you think that you're amazing in this and that way. Like self-love is very, very big. I think I've done a video about it before, but when you self-love, you become wiser. And when you become wiser, you start to respect other people's existences and you start to be aware of them. Then you start to be aware of how you impact their space. Because then when you become wiser, you're like, I don't want to impact nobody's space. So I'm going to stay over here and not talk to anybody because I don't want to negatively impact nobody by accident. So then you start to become really self-aware. And so then when you have those bad days as a wise person, you do come home and you're like, oh God, I really have to do better because I've just caused like so much negativity in the world today by tutting at that woman when I walked past, or by giving that person like an angry eye when they did this to me. Like all these interactions that we have that are negative, you come home and you're like, I have to do better. And you want to do better. I think that's the other wise things, that you want to do better. Obviously after the realization that you don't want to be a hypocrite into your own space, because you deserve love and peace and comfort and all of the good things, happiness, people being kind to you, people being given, all of the doors opening, everything's going right. So then you know that that's the role you have to play for other people, that you give them what you, because then if you don't, then you're seeing yourself as special and nobody else deserves what you deserve. So I don't know what type of teacher that is, but that's not, well, because you see that everybody's a human. So if I'm capable of wanting to be respected, so is everybody else. And if they ask me of that, then there's no denying that they want respect too. So why am I denying them if I'm not denying myself? And maybe that is another thing on top that you have to accept, that you have to treat other people good because they deserve it as much as you deserve it. And also people are not in a habit of being treated badly and still treating you good. And if you expect everybody to treat you good and you treat them bad, they're not going to like that. So then they're not going to treat you good. So then your self-love is not going to go anywhere because you're not producing people being good to you, which then makes you feel happy and peaceful. You're producing people being bad to you, because that's why people treat you good, because you treat them good because they see you as worthy of their goodness because you're giving them goodness. And of course, if I was just to label like the bad that what we do is actually just anger. It's anger. And so then anger produces the opposite of kindness. So then and when you become wiser, you want to control your anger because you see anger as like quite ugly, and especially in other people, you're like, oh, that's really unattractive, or doesn't look good, oh, it feels like heavy. So then you don't want to be angry, and anger is what's causing the problem. It's the opposite of kindness. So then you do try to control your anger. And then so then furthermore, let's learn how to get along, because I want to learn how I'm supposed to accept all those humans out there. Are they all going to change? Like if we all were to change and the world was miraculously, is that a word, healed, does that mean that everybody's going to be nicer? Because my patience is so bad right now. Like when I see somebody and if they give me like a jealous look, I'm like, why are you jealous of me? Sort of like, I just get so aggressive in my head of like, you don't get to be jealous of me, you idiot. I get so aggressive in my head like nowadays. I have to remind myself that if everybody had better education and what all these things means and what to do about them, then I don't think we would be experiencing this heightened miscommunication that we're just all living on earth without actually having a story together. And the stories are kind of bad because they're based on money and passports and countries and divisions and laws and things that you're not allowed to do, and prisons and more laws, poverty. Like there's so much. And what's the good? Oh, you get to have a house but you're stressed out in your house. Oh, I get to go to the holiday, but this, but that. Is so many buts in a world. So the control is really bad. And if you had something better, would you be treating people better? Of course you would. So it's getting kind of clear here what the solution is. So then the perfect kind character that I would look at if I'm saying that person is a great role model for kindness, follow that, please. Actually, the only one that I've ever thought of is Jesus. I'm not religious, but Jesus' profile, I think there's something there. He was all given. So actually, before I give you that list, how to be a good human, come listen, tick it off. So actually, let me just step away from Jesus. He was just a good example, but that list is over there somewhere. You could go find out what's Jesus like, and you're going to get a really good profile. So let's step away from Jesus. Now I'm going to give you my list of how to be a good human. I think I kind of touched on it before, but you just acknowledge people. Like, you just acknowledge them. Like, instead of just ignoring them, pretending they're not there, you just acknowledge them. Actually, just if you give somebody eye contact, it will just do the world of good. But I don't even mean it in that way. I just mean like in the way of like actually being interested to see if somebody's hurt or if they're happy or if they're sad. Like, actually just take notice of how somebody's feeling. Are they happy, sad, angry? What are they feeling? So if you just acknowledge what they're feeling, I think that makes you a kind person. Like, oh, what are you feeling? Because then it's not about you, it's about them. You're actually just interested in what they are going through right in this moment. What are you feeling? So then be aware of your space and how you impact it, which is considerate. I love consideration, and I have a pet peeve of non-consideration is one of my pet peeves in all senses, in every single way. If you're not considerate, it makes my heart go red. Wait, my heart is already red. It makes my heart burn, and I don't like the feeling. So then I come home and I think about it. How can I not have that feeling? So yeah. How do you impact other people? Be aware of that. Care about that. Do I impact them negatively or positively? Is there an old woman there? Let me keep my eyesight open. Should I give her my seat? Of course, I'm going to give her my seat. That's considerate. Or like, is somebody standing there? Oh, did I just step on their foot? Let me just look around my surroundings and not step on people's foot. And if I do, let me quickly apologize because, God, I didn't even see your foot. Like, so just consider of other people and what they might want. And then you become considerate. One of the great aspects of life. Please do it. So try to help people when you see them struggle. Like, if you see something that's like, oh, let me help you there. Oh, do you need my help? Especially if you're gifted at something and somebody's struggling with it and you know how to do it, like just offer, like, do you need some help? Should I do that for you? Oh, I can do that if you want me to. Giving and helpfulness. You become giving and helpful. Give them a smile because you are being nice. Smile means nice. And just give them a smile. Because then that's so nice. Instead of just like keeping your face straight, it's so nice to just receive a smile from somebody. I love that when people smile at me. I don't really like the eye contact thing, but I like the smile. If you smile at me, it's going to make me happy. So it's just smile at somebody, and it's soft, and it's this softness about humans when we smile at each other. So if we smile at each other, it makes us kind and nice. And nice is one of the things that's kind. Oh, you're really nice, which goes with kindness. So encouragement. I think this is such an important one, and I love doing this one. Like, if you see something that you like in somebody else, like, say it. Like, don't hold back and say it. Compliment people, because it builds them up and it makes you, again, kind and nice, and make people feel worthy and make them feel seen and make them feel happy. Trust me, if you say to me, oh, Nayna, you look really nice today, it's gonna make me feel good. Even if I feel awkward, like, oh gosh, it's gonna make me feel good about myself. So if you see something you like in somebody else, what they're doing, what they're wearing, how they're being, the way that they are with the kids, like anything that they do that you like, or that they are that you like, just compliment and point it out. And it makes you feel good when you do that to people. So don't hold back and don't be shy, because it makes the world a better place and it makes you kind. And then give your care freely. So care for the woman, care for the child, care for the person who's struggling. If you see somebody who's crying down the street, like, allow yourself to go, oh, I hope that person's all right. Like, actually care for people. And again, if people feel like you care for them, they're gonna see you as a nice person, a kind person. So just care for people. So then you end up being naturally considerate anyway when you care for somebody, and that makes you loving. All right, I hope I've left you with some tips that I love about kindness. And yeah, let's change everything. We're gonna do it, I know I say it all the time, but we're going to do it. This world is about to change. We're not staying this way, guys. It's not happening. All right, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.